Hey, it's me. It's your boy, 𝓕𝓻𝓮𝓵𝓂. I'm gonna be, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing yet. I might be cleaning some stuff up to begin, but I think it might be better to just do some roughs. Let's just look at what we got. Let me find my little hand sock that goes on my hand. Oh, it's on the floor. Oh, good. I was wondering what that was on my foot. Hey, it's me, Jay. Oh, great. Hold on. It shouldn't take long. How's the audio levels? Are they okay compared to the music? Let me know if I need to raise or lower anything before I begin, because I'm not going to be fucking with anything. I'm going to be having trouble reading the chat as well. I'll do my best, but thanks for coming. Properties. Filters. Properties. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's get started. Thanks for coming. As usual, all of the details or whatever are, I guess, on this side over here. You got the sub count, you got, what is this? What is this right here? What the hell? Okay. Alright, that's better. Hey, thanks for coming, Thomas. We're popping in. I don't know where I left off on this file, but I know I need to clean something up, so... Yeah, that didn't even look that great. So I think here it should go like this. Like his butt should kind of pivot him. So I'm gonna do that. See how that works. I don't know how off I am. I kind of probably fucked it up. I don't know. I'll clean this up though, I guess. I don't. Okay, so I think this frame should be like this. And for this turn, should be like this, I guess. Following the knee, like his foot's planted, I guess. Let's see how that works. I think that looks a little better. I don't know. No. That should be there. Yeah, it looks a little better. So I guess I'll clean this up. I mean, not much else to do. That's a good way to start. Good warm up. And if there's any details I need to cover, I'll go back to them. Maybe I'll just get rid of what I just did and blank the frames as I move. Yeah, let's see. Alright, I'll read the chat real quick. Hey, it's Tristan. What's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. It's been a while. Sorry I haven't been on Skype. I've had a lot of shit. It's been difficult. But whatever. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just working now, finally. Doing it. Oh, it's good. I just got back on it, like, recently, so it's coming well. I'm just going back and cleaning some stuff. I'll catch up with you soon on Skype, I guarantee you. I promise I haven't been avoiding anyone. I've just been dealing with crap. You know how it is. It's good stuff. But I do miss you, my friend. Plans are still the same, they're just a little delayed. I'm finishing this video and then I'm moving directly into Plunger Dog. Just so that you know. Nothing has changed in that regard. I just had a little pop, like 2 or 3 week delay. I don't know, whatever. But plans are not changed at all. Things are the same. So that is my assessment of the situation. How you been, my man? How you been, my dude? Like intellectual. My pal. I do want to catch up on Skype. Just this is the first thing I went to do when I had the chance, you know what I mean? I have to get this done. It's been sitting on my shit for a while. This video is really sick though. The next few shots are really cool, and I'm gonna try some rotoscoping. And for those of you who don't recognize the name there, that's Tristan, totally Tristan. He's a friend, a mentor, a companion, a fellow animator. He's the guy who did the X video. He's the director of that video and the lead animator and all that stuff. So if you're looking for more animators to subscribe to, check that guy out. He's pretty awesome. He's got a lot of cool stuff. So just click his name and kablam. He's the only person I talk to in the animation world other than Alex and all those guys who are in the same group. That is the proper intro. It's been a while since I've streamed, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, guys. What are you gonna do, though? I expect to be streaming daily from here on out. No more roadblocks or speed bumps or anything like that. I'll read the chat in a second. Sorry for neglecting that. I'm really shitty at streaming. Yo man, I started drawing, but you know, shit. Yeah man, I just started drawing, but you know, traditional way I am decent. How much do you think it will take for me to become good? I'm 17 by the way. Just practice every day, you know, you'll get better. Everyone improves if they challenge themselves. That's the trick. Just keep challenging yourself and figuring out what you need to improve on. But I don't think it'll take long. If you, like, when you're really young, like 17, sometimes people have a good talent for it. There are things you should focus on to get better. I would focus on drawing things from real life. That's first and foremost, and like, if it doesn't look exactly how it looks in real life, then keep trying to draw it. You know, keep looking at it and figuring out what you need to change. That's honestly the best way to improve at art. I think. I don't know. That's subjective. Okay, that is my keyframe. I'm gonna leave it like this. Don't want to overcomplicate things. I want to get at least 3 shots or 4 shots other than these 3 shots that I'm doing today, other than these ones that I'm cleaning up right now. That is my goal. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, watching other people animate can be a good way to learn too, I'm sure. Definitely. I've learned some tricks just from brief watching other people, so definitely watching other people helps, especially if that person has a completely different method than you. And that's really interesting because you can pick up a lot. It's like going from, you know, judo to karate or something sometimes. Changing styles of animation. Even the methods of drawing things change. It's really weird. For instance, like, something I learned to do from other people that I'm not great at doing, but something I learned to do is like, well, one thing, this is how I've always done it. Just one onion skin back behind in order to clean up the frame. Like, just onion skin one frame back. Most people, I don't think that matters at all, but what was I saying? Fuck. Oh, yeah. So, like, a lot of the time when you're actually animating something, at least in this version of Flash, you'll like to in-between it. If I were to in-between this, I wouldn't want to uninskin it. I would want to, like, flip through it and draw, like, you know, draw the exact in-between of what it was. Not on, like, a subtle frame like this, but that's one thing I learned from someone else. I think it was Mike. I don't know who taught me that. But I noticed, like, Japanese animators do that too, so I was like, oh, that's one thing I learned. And then another thing that's just like a little subtle technique change. This is super weird. Okay. It's like, and this is actually just helpful if you're drawing long strokes that you're trying to keep an eye on. But, like, say I'm in between this one, right? Or just even, say I'm gonna clean this frame up right here. So, like, a lot of people will visually put a point right here and then look at that point with their eyeballs. Eyeball right here, but your pen is right here. So to start the point, you're looking over there and you're ending at that point. And a lot of people make, like, little landmarks, like, while they're drawing, and they'll, like, connect the dots as they're drawing. I think that creates issues only if you're trying to clean up while you're doing that, because you have these, like, little dots in the end, and that's never good. You want to have, so you're going to want to, like, visually just get used to looking at that area that you're going, and then it's just a good way to get good strokes quickly, because you eventually, when you want to get quick at making cartoons and you're drawing, like, tons of drawings, you want to get your drawings right the first time, which I'm not doing right now, but you want to also get your drawings quick. Like, you don't want to dwell on them. And it's also good for the file size, at least in my version of Flash that I'm using, to draw the lines quicker, because you get less vertices, or whatever they call it in vectors. You get less points, so the file size becomes a little smaller and you get less chance of crashing the file. It's like little things that, and also it looks better when you have a nice solid stroke. When you take a slow line, especially when you have the smoothing really low or something like I do, you're gonna need to get quick strokes, otherwise your line work is gonna look very rough is the word. It's gonna look rough, dude. So there's just a lot of things you can learn, I guess, from watching other people. But I definitely didn't come up with the 15% smoothing thing either. I think I learned that a long time ago too from someone else, and I don't know who that is, but 15% smoothing will totally fuck your file. It'll make it really big, but it'll make the lines look like, Flash does this, like, spill reduction thing, and it causes the lines to go all over the place when you're drawing them. So you can really minimize that by turning the smoothing down and putting the pressure sensitivity on, zooming out. You don't have to zoom in for your line work and stuff. At least me, that's my style, because it speeds it all up. But if you were to zoom into my stuff, it doesn't look great zoomed in. It's all about the whole product. I don't care if my lines are, like, pristine. If you're seeing this on HD, I don't care that my lines look like this when you zoom in, you know. I'm not worried about changing my line size and making every individual line a smooth line, because I think that makes it look computerized. I'd rather it look more like it's being drawn on a piece of paper. I don't think people, even with HD, will zoom in, but maybe I'm wrong. I definitely have to change the properties of this right here, but this is wrong. No need for a really bad look. I'll read the chat in a second if there is any. I've been just rambling, I'm sorry. Maybe I should, yeah. I'll clean this frame up, but then after that, I need to like add the details to the roughs here, and then I'll move on and clean up. Cleanup shouldn't take very long on this. No, Guapo, stop. Plunger dog. Dude. Hey, come here. Guapo Carl, come here. Come here. Come here. Blah blah blah. How do you find inspiration? I don't know. Sometimes it's tough, honestly. Like I'd much rather play video games. If I even talk about video games, I'll probably start playing them. Sometimes, but sometimes I have like a really strong goal, you know, and it just makes me want to play video games. No, it makes me want to animate. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like it really bad, and that's usually most of the time. But, oh man, I've been getting so screwed lately, and it's just been really discouraging to make cartoons. People don't want to pay you, or deals don't go the way you wanted them to go, stuff like that, you know. And it's just exhausting. I don't like it. I'm supposed to be having fun doing this, and I'm not. And right now I am, totally. It's a matter of getting to the work part of it, but like, I don't know, the business part of it is just like, I hate it so much. It makes me sometimes want to give up, not animation altogether, just give up as like a job and just go apply to some fucking McDonald's or something, because it's so frustrating sometimes to work for an expected, like, seemingly good amount of money and then get nothing, or get a fraction, you know, or other things that happen during, like, that not even related to money, just relationships, and like being undervalued because people don't understand what is involved in creating an animation, and that's just a really frustrating part of the job. There's not, I don't know, I don't like it. So if I can get to a point where I can just do it without dealing with that fucking part of it, that'd be fantastic. Get people who respect it and want to pay for it, and I can make things like, I don't know. There should never be an issue, but there always is for some reason. And I think it just comes down to a lack of respect or lack of understanding of the craft. That can be really infuriating. It's an ongoing issue that happens constantly, and you have to sue people, and you have to just ugh. I mean, what else can you do? Come up with contracts that people don't want to honor. All sorts of things. Not even just that. It's just I expect too much out of certain parts of it. It's not a stable job. It can be, but not at the way I want to do it, you know. So it's, if I'm not doing it the way I want to do it, then why am I doing it? Still, like, that's the whole point of doing it. And so it's like this ongoing bitch battle in my head that I'm trying to solve. And I think it's got some pretty easy solutions, honestly. I think that I've been lazy in a lot of aspects of my life too, so I need to just grind again. It's just, dude, it is so hard to keep up the grind when you do some projects and then you don't get what you're supposed to get out of them. And like projects take like, you know, weeks or a month at a time, so that's just a good chunk of your life wasted, literally wasted. Like, you can't even, I don't know how to justify any of that time. I can't get it back ever, you know what I mean? So it's just demoralizing to go on to the next thing in the hopes that it doesn't happen again. And that is I'm really fucking up. I don't know what I'm doing here with these legs, but I think I need to focus more or something. I don't know. I don't really care as much. Like, why? Who cares? They're just legs. It's just weird, because what does this look like? You have a, okay, yeah, you have a jacket on. It can go to like there, I guess. I don't know. Feels weird. It looks weird. I'll figure it out though. As I rant and rave, as I always do. This is why no one watches this stream, because I'm just so bitchy. Someone else bring up a topic. I'll answer chat. Oh, there's probably some stuff in chat already. Yeah, you're right. I usually try to think a lot about the final product. Yeah, exactly. That's very motivating too. Nice. Can I and sharing it with others is really just a great part of it. Like, showing people what you did. I always get really hyped to show my friends what I made, and I have like a little drinking party or whatever at my friend Zach's house. I show everyone what I did, and then I never want to watch it again. So I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, I totally get, oh wait, let me see. Can I share a crack link for a really good drawing course about basics? Sure. Hey Jay, oh man, I totally get the part about people don't get how hard it is. I made this stupid tiny cyclops dancing around. It took so much work, although I can't compare with your work, lol. But still, and then people just go like, oh, cool. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I appreciate that little compliment there in parentheses. Jay, do you consider making your own cartoon series on YouTube? I did, and now I'm trying to make it a pilot for TV. If it doesn't work out, that'll be what I ultimately do, is just make shorts on YouTube and work at McDonald's, because I don't know, maybe I'll work for my friend Tristan. But honestly, it's not fun to just pump out animations, even if I'm making a lot of money. But it's my best skill, so maybe that's what I'll do. It's probably what I'll do if I fail. So, Jay, do you consider me lit? Time is illusion. You can't waste it, bro. Oh, that's profound. Thanks, man. Here's the link. Bloop. Oh man, I really hope your pilot hits big. Thank you. Hope it helped you. Okay, I think this is just about, like, ready. I basically understand what I'm doing with this part. I might put a hood here just to seal the deal. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. The next shot is really cool, and it also needs a cleanup, but it also needs some like lip syncing stuff. And then after that, I'm gonna do roughs, and I might end the stream after the roughs. But the roughs are gonna be for 3 different shots, so this is gonna be hours. I'm talking hours, man. So we're gonna be here for a while. And I'm just landmarking right here. I don't know if this will be the way it looks, but this is the way it looks. You know, what can I do? I can draw better. That's not happening anytime soon. So let's. Okay, so I'm gonna try to. Oh crap. I'm gonna see, that's something that happens with Flash if you pay attention. Disappear for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna try to just draw the hand area without intruding too much on the rest of it. I'll draw the actual hand shapes and stuff here, because I think it'll get confusing if I just try to clean it. That's too big. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is too small. Hang on. We'll do better. Sometimes it's hard to tell at this angle. I think this will be fine to draw, because I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna have a layer above it, which is this, which is gonna be just changing very slightly to the cushioning. So, like, for example, right here, and then right here. So like, let's just move it up. But yeah, I'll like in between it and stuff. This doesn't even have to be an example. It'll just be the thing. And also, at some point, like, I lose the pillow, so I might need to, yeah, like right here. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I don't really care that much. Like, it might look good, who knows. And at this point, I'm so behind in this cartoon, I really just need to finish it. And I want it to look good, so we'll do both. Let's try it for both. Just gonna quickly make some frames for this. Okay. I mean, it seems cleaned up enough. I'm just gonna clean it up now. I mean, it seems roughed out enough, whatever. I have... yeah, fine. I don't know what else I can do but pour my heart right out to you. I hope that someone just like me will come along and set me laying in the bed like who's a stranger I've turned into. And it's okay to have some issues. I write it to remind me it's okay to have some issues. Okay. The next shot's way cooler than this one. I like the lead into it though, right here. Yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna save the file so I don't lose it. I know this hand and thumb and all this looks pretty wonky, but I'm leaving it because I don't care. No, I gotta move on. I mean, that's why I'm leaving it, because it's like, it's important to finish this, and I can't spend time drawing another hand here if I want to get a bunch of shots done today. I gotta move on to a bunch of other shots, and this is what I roughed earlier, so it stands. There's some shots in this cartoon that they really fell short of my vision, and what I wanted to get out there in my head. There's a lot of shots in this that are like that. I mean, all I can do is try. I can't keep going back to it and trying to make it better. Although that's definitely something I want to do, you know. It's the instinct, because I know I'd improve if I did that, and I'm improving by doing this, but I don't know. I'm a final product kind of guy, and I want it to look really, really good in the end, and it's not going to look anywhere as good as I wanted it to look already. And I've never not felt like this, so this is nothing new for me. This is the feeling that drives you to improve. But it's also the feeling that keeps you unsatisfied with your work. Neat. Allow me to fix the proportions slightly. I'm gonna roll with this. There are vast problems that I'd like to change, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna move on to this frame. Tell us about when you started animating. Oh man. Okay. I started when I was in 2nd grade. It doesn't even feel like a memory anymore, but I've told the story a lot. But my brother used to make flip books at my grandma's house, and they always were really amazing to me, and he taught me how to make flip books, which are just, I don't know if you know what a flip book is, but it's what flip book is post-it notes. And you just draw every frame in the post-it note and you flip it, and it makes a cartoon, and they're like, you know, like 10 seconds or 5 seconds depending on how fast or slow you flip it. And I just started making like a series of them, and this is like 2nd grade. I just made like, I would make like continual ones, like one that went to the next one, you know. And that was just really fun for me and amazing, and I would show my brother and my friends around the neighborhood, and they thought it was pretty cool. And 2nd grade, like when school rolled around, also I was already into like making comics. And I started selling them at school, like my comics, for, you know, like $1 or 50 cents or whatever, lunch money, you know. And I'd save up my money and buy other comics, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember what I spent my money on back then. I think, you know what I spent my money on back then? One time I went to I used to buy a lot of Pokemon cards and stuff, but one time I went to like Kroger, and I bought at least $20 worth of the quarter dispenser bauble thingies to try to get this thing I wanted from it, and I don't even think I got it. But I remember my dad saw me do that, and he uses that as an example of like why he doesn't lend me money and stuff. But I don't ask for money from him anyways, but it comes up, or it's come up before in the past. I'm really irresponsible, which is not a good thing, because I want to make a show. I need to hire people, so I need to know at least of a lot of people who are talented. I need a lot of things to make this studio work, and it's going to take a lot of preparation before I even go out and pitch my show. It's really intimidating, but I really hope it, all falls together and I come up with a good plan and everyone's on board with it. But yeah, I'll continue talking about how I started animation, because I didn't really finish that story. I sold comics. I think this started around the 2nd grade when I made flipbooks and was selling the comics in school. And then, like, I always, oh yeah, after that, I think, around 4th grade or third or 4th grade, it was probably like 4th grade, I got a program called GIF Construction Set Professional. I don't know if you can find it online, but I started getting really heavily involved with the stick figure community, and I had one friend in school who also took an interest in that, and that only happened in 6th grade, so that's a huge jump forward. But in 5th grade, I was selling comics on the regular with flip books at the end of them, and like little Captain Underpants back and forth, I don't know, fliporamas. I had flip books and fliporamas, and I would sell them for $5 each. And, like, I would make reprints of, it would be easy because I would print the comics at my grandmom's printer, and then I would sell the flip books. If you want the flip book, you can buy the flip book separately, and a lot of people bought them, so I had to make a lot of them. But yeah, I remember then in the 6th grade, I had a friend who was like really interested. It was I don't know if anyone knows of this website. It was called Stick Figure Death Theater, and this is where I really got my grounding in animation. Like where I started was Stick Figure Death Theater, and I really idolized people like Ryan Cadam, the guy who made Johnny Rocket Fingers, and Pickle J is a guy's name. No one probably knows that guy. Vast Cool was Ryan Cadam. Fuck, who else was there? Extra Turnip. There's just so many like old stick figure animators that I used to be like really, really, really impressed by, and that inspired me also to try to make my own. And so I got my own program that was just like a freeware called GIF Construction Set Professional, and it was anything but professional. It was just like the way you make a cartoon in that is you go into MS Paint and you draw your frame in MS Paint, and then you export your bitmap file into a folder, and you have to name the file something like 00001A, or no, A0001, and then the next thing would be AAA0002, and if you put not enough zeros, then it's gonna be way out of order when you put it into the program. So it was like, I don't know, it was a really inefficient thing, and like there was no onion skinning, so you just had to erase stuff from the previous frame or kind of try to remember. The way I would do it was I had like 3 bitmaps open at once, which bitmaps are huge files. They're way too big to be opening, like, you know, especially back then. They're just not good files. They're unoptimized files compared to like a JPEG or a PNG or a GIF file. And so anyways, I think a lot of people used that back then, but maybe not. I think there was Easy Tunes and I just didn't know about it or something, but there was a big change in my life when I found out about onion skinning, I'll tell you that much. And aside from all that, that's how I made cartoons back then. But like, I had this friend I mentioned earlier that was also interested in cartoons, and he was more interested also, like he wanted to make cartoons, yeah, but he was like also interested in making websites and stuff. So that got me really interested in making websites too, and that's where I started like learning how to do all that. And I hired, quote unquote, friends of mine, because I was still selling comics. Like I was selling comics all through school, but I hired a friend of mine, Jonathan, that was interested in to make comics with me. And alongside him, I had some friends. Like I was skateboarding a lot too. Like I did a lot of stuff in high school, or I guess this was middle school. I did a lot of stuff in middle school. So I hired all of my closest friends basically I had a guy from the basketball team, and I had a guy from my skateboard friends. I actually had 2 guys. Basically, there were, what was it, 5 of us total. And one of the friends is dead, which is really sad. But I fired everyone except for Jonathan, like, a few weeks later, because no one was making comics or anything, and I think everyone just thought it was like a club or something, so I don't think anyone was taking it as seriously as I was, which I had like a big fight with some of my friends because I fired them. And then Jonathan was making comics or something like that, and he stopped making them. I don't remember, but I ended up firing him too, and we had like a really big fight about it. And I don't remember why, but I just remember that I ended up firing everybody and just doing it for myself again, which is just really like, I shouldn't have involved anyone to begin with, obviously, but it's funny that I even remember any of that. But anyways, like, at some point, I think like 6th grade, late 6th grade, I got Flash, and I started working on Flash, which is the same program I use now. But also around that time, I stopped like wanting to do stick figure stuff. I wanted to do like, you know, full body stuff. And I had 𝓕𝓮𝓷𝓷𝓼 that I was thinking about making, which at that time was just like a superhero cartoon. And I was really into anime, and I wanted to make a lot of anime fight cartoons. Like, the thing that really made me want to do full body stuff, I think, was this. It was just a lot of people who were making fight cartoons that were full body on the internet, and they were just so much cooler. Like 𝓕𝓽𝓮𝓵𝓏 was one, 𝓕𝓽𝓮𝓵𝓏, which, if you look at their work, it's not impressive by today's standards, but like the standards back then were very low, and it was just like everyone was really impressed with each other's work because everyone was making stuff with mouse also, so there was a lot less freedom of how you can draw things. But Newgrounds is a big catalyst in my animation career as well, because if it weren't for that website, I wouldn't have found this one guy. His name was Carr. His name's Clifton Walker in real life, but 𝓊𝓇𝑔, K-A-R-R 420 on Newgrounds. He made this series called Cat Gang, and it was just great. I loved it so much, and I messaged him, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, thank you for for messaging me." And he basically linked me to this forum that was just underground secret forum online, and it wasn't even that secret. It was pretty secret though. I mean, you couldn't find it. You'd have to be invited to it, basically. It's a forum, but it was called Joined Artists, and just a bunch of like really actually talented animators were there, and I guess they were all my age still. They were just like way better than me, or maybe a little older than me. All of these guys that were in this, like, they're all doing something really important in animation right now. They're all still really good, but back then, like, I came up with an idea where we would challenge each other in different ways, and what's called an animation battle, and people do it all the time now, or they did do it all the time for a while, and I take credit for being like the guy who invented that format of like, hey, let's create a character. Like stick figure animators do it a lot too now, but let's create a character and let's put those two characters head to head, and I'll injure your character. We'll like we'll roll dice or something. We'll try to figure out how we're gonna do the fight each round. And the real thing is like we can injure each other, but you can't kill each other unless one of the people wants to give up and not continue the fight. So like yeah, so that's how we figured that out, and we had a bunch of those just little animation battles, and it was really just a lot of fun. But it also, there's a guy named 𝓐𝓮𝓮𝓵𝓂 from that forum, and I'm not going to say his actual name because privacy stuff, but he was like he was the guy who owned the forum, but he was also just a fucking genius animator, like so much better than everyone else, and faster, you know, like he had a different understanding than everyone else did. And for some reason he liked me, like more than, like he liked me as like a budding animator, and honestly I was not a budding animator. I really fucking sucked, and like, but he took me under his wing basically, and like I guess he saw how hard I was trying to learn and pitied it, I don't know. But anyways, he helped me learn a lot, and helped me, like, he let me work on projects with him, and none of these projects ever got released. I have copies of a lot of these projects, but none of these projects ever got released. This guy works at Pixar now, or at least last I heard, he's working at Pixar. I mean, that was years ago that I heard that, but like, and I'm talking like director at Pixar. Like, he's a fucking genius. This guy's amazing. But yeah, he's got so many projects that just weren't ever finished, and he let me work on a lot of them. So I've got projects that still impress me to this day from that guy that I was allowed to work on, and I'm not able to show them because they're not it's not my work, you know. That'd be really fucked up. But just something for me. But yeah, joined artists, and then the reason I mentioned all that is because one day someone got like really weird and stalkery with him, because he went by 𝓐𝓮𝓮𝓵𝓂, but like everyone knew each other by this point, you know, like we'd been doing this for years, and everyone else was comfortable giving their name and stuff. But then this one guy was like really stalkery, like, who's 𝓐𝓮𝓮𝓵𝓂, you know, like, and everyone wanted to find out, and so they started like doxing him basically, you know, like really trying to figure it out. And it's like, it became like a concern of privacy for him, I guess. I mean, obviously he went under a surname because he didn't want people to know who he was, even if it doesn't matter, like, what, no one's gonna do anything. It's still a matter of like privacy. He wants the privacy, you should award him the privacy, you shouldn't try to figure out who he is. So yeah, he disappeared. He took the website down, and it was just all without notice. So there was a lot of work uploaded on it, and a lot of people just forever, like, all those battles, all that stuff is just gone. And like, I've got my files of it, and certain people have their files of it, but I mean, a lot of that stuff is just lost to time at this point. So, because that's what happens when you're on a secret forum and the owner of the forum just splits. So like, it's totally reasonable why he did it, but it would have, and I know he kept the information, but the thing is, he stopped contacting me, and when he stopped contacting me, like, no one else is going to talk to him, because I was the person he talked to the most, like, we were friends. So he just disappeared off the face of the planet, and he started talking to some other people who were going to go to the same school as him, I think, and became friends with him that way. But I don't know. It was a weird situation, because that guy helped me a lot, And it really sucked that, you know, that situation happened, because not only did he help me a lot, but like everyone in that forum helped a lot. And that community is something that there's never going to be something like that again. Like, you can try to make a new forum today, it's just not the right climate for something like that anymore. Forums don't exist anymore. So it's unfortunate that that's the way that ended. I also remember there was another forum that was very similar to us, and they held contests in a different way, like not the animation battle way. They would have like, they would call it a weekly exercise, and they would just tell you, like, you know, they'd give you a challenge to do, and someone would each week win the exercise and get like a badge or something like on their avatar to show that they had won X amount. Competition's a really fun way to improve, and it sucks that there's no forums or anything like that, at least that I know of, online anymore. Most people who are professional don't have the time to do that sort of shit, because they're spending all their time doing work during the day, like other animation work. So I know all those guys kept in touch over Skype, and they invited me to the group, and I don't feel like I'm very likable as a person when it comes down to it. I'm trying to fix that too. But I think they like me to an extent, but I feel like I give off this like weird autistic vibe or something, you know what I mean? Like, I've got like this, I'm really opinionated, and I'm kind of like crass when it comes to telling people how I feel or something like that. And I'm kind of stupid, so that doesn't help. I think I'm smarter than I am. So I don't think those people, like, I think that's a big reason why people don't keep in touch with me overall. But it's also a lot me distancing myself from everything and everyone. Probably because I feel like that about it. I don't know. I'm just rambling out loud. This is all the truth, though. Take it for what it is. Stream. What is it? 1 watcher, 2 watchers? I don't know. 7 watchers? Oh my god, way more than I thought. Hey, how's it going? 𝓕𝓻𝓮𝓺𝓃𝓏? I didn't get your name right. I'm sorry. Oh well. Guys, this is the most I've worked in a while. And it makes me feel good to work, but it also makes me feel like I'm like super behind. I need to bill PewDiePie $3,000. I need to bill another guy $2,500 or $3,500. I'm just behind on all of my tasks, and it makes me anxious, and I don't do anything about it. I just feel anxious about it, and then put it off to the next day and feel more anxious about it. And I shouldn't feel anxious about billing people. Like, that's the fun part. I should get the money and feel good about money. But it's hard to do that when I've got other jobs that I want to finish. And I don't know why it's hard to do that, because it shouldn't be hard to get money. I should just want money and get it. but I want to finish this right now. I don't want to write an email and an invoice. Okay, you've convinced me. I'm going to write an email and an invoice. What day is it today? The 28th, the 1st of January. Give me a second to write this invoice, please. This is not the right. This is not the right. This is not correct. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Sorry about the delay, you guys. This will only be a minute. I'm writing an invoice. Okay, I'm sorry this is taking this moment that it's taking. But it's gotta take that moment in order to take the moment that it needs to be taken. Okay, so we've got... You know what? Yeah. Sorry about all that. I'm almost done with it. It was just like, dude. I'm not even gonna say what I want to say, but like, holy fuck. It's so annoying. I don't want to deal with it. You know? And probably not for the reason you're thinking. It's just so frustrating. Fucking frustrated as shit. Tired of it. Whatever though. Billing it. I'm billing it. I'm gonna send this email and get a response in a million years. And fucking bill it. So, yeah. Let's put this down here. This is what I call cashing out, though. Probably not going to get another job with him again. Okay. 1, 2, 8, 1, 9. How long have I been working on this? Oh man, a month. And honestly, like, I had to take 3 weeks off just because I suck. I fucking suck. And that's the only excuse I've got that I want to say. Here, I'm gonna play it for you guys. Sorry for the wait. Don't mean to make you upset. I don't know what else I can say. I guess I'll sit and waste away. I've been knocked down a million times. I'll see how strong I am tonight. I don't know what else I can do but pour my heart right out to you and hope that someone... Oh shit, I keep trying to use my email, sorry. Someone just like me will come along and set me laying in the bed like who's a stranger I turn into. I write it to remind me it's okay to have some issues. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, let me finish my email. Okay. Okay. Sorry about the wait. I sent the invoice. And now, I wait. Hey, what's up, Cheetah Fox's little girl? How you doing? Make you upset. I'm drowning out with no vest. Don't mean to make you upset. Don't mean to make you upset. I don't know what else I can say. I guess I'll sit and waste away. I've been knocked down 1,000,000 times. I can see how strong I am tonight. I don't know what else I can do but pour my heart right out to you. I hope that someone just like me will come along and set me. Laying in the bed like who's a stranger I've turned into. I write it to remind me it's okay to have some issues. I did that all in one breath. Hold on, I think I missed a drawing. I think I missed a line. This, I knew it. Right here. Alright, to remind me it's okay to have some issues. Blah. What day is it, guys? It's Monday? Oh. Oh, it's a big day. It's a good day. Okay, I'm gonna finish this shot I'll be right back after that. I'm gonna go to Napoli's Pizza, and I'm gonna grab myself some fucking pizza for a discount, dude. It's a Monday. It's a Napoli's day. Napoli's Pizza is like my local pizza chain joint, because I don't know if it's family owned, but there's a shitload of them in Houston. There's like a whole lot of them, but their sauce is so good, and it's worth a try if you're gonna. I mean, look, Barstool Sports probably give this pizza a 4.6 out of 10. Okay, it's not cry home to your mother great pizza, but it's like super cheap, and the sauce is pretty good. Maybe they give it a 5.5. Maybe he'd be more generous than that. I'm sure he's had worse pizzas. It's not a terrible pizza, but I don't stand by it as like one of the best pizzas. All I'm saying, I'm gonna get that fucking pizza. I want it. Alright. But I'm thinking about that pizza. You better believe I'm thinking about that pizza. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about that pizza. Thinking about that pizza. Alright. I'm gonna try working while standing. That should be good. No problem with that. Now you can look at my chest while I work. There's nothing wrong with my chest, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna get that pizza though. What's your favorite pizza, guys? Don't fucking say Domino's or some chain. Okay? You gotta say something local or good. Okay, this is hipster hour, and I'm asking for the top of the top. Does anyone here live in New York? Or you know what? What was it? New Haven. Anyone from New Haven? I heard they've got the best fucking pizza in the world in New Haven. It's in Connecticut, right? I want to have some New Haven pizza. They get in the 9 point something range, like 9.3 range. Pizza with bacon on it. I gotta try that. But hey, you know what you gotta try? You gotta try pizza with just cheese at a really good pizza place. Don't put any pepperoni on it. Don't put any bacon or sausage. Just go straight cheese. Trust me. It's a different experience, and you're going to thank me for it later. Or maybe you'll say, I don't like cheese. Well, why are you eating cheese pizza? That's all I'm saying. But guess what? I prefer cheese pizza now over pepperoni pizza. If it's from the right place. Just because a good pepperoni pizza, a good cheese pizza, you can't beat a good cheese pizza, dude. You just can't. Once you go to that brick oven pizza, and the cheese is perfectly on there with the mozzarella and the whatever you're talking about, mozzarella, I don't know, with all that stuff with the nice sauce, good tang in it, can't beat it. Encinitas. Lobster pizza. Whoa. I just took my girlfriend to Good Company Seafood. I think it was last night or 2 nights ago. It was last night. I did it yesterday. I'm gonna have Alzheimer's. It's probably true. It's probably not a joke. Yeah, it was last night, and took her to Good Company. I spent a whole shitload of money, and it was delicious. And the whole reason I took her is because she's been watching these videos online of just people cutting into lobsters and cleaning up food from processing food. You know, she likes watching people cut open a lobster and rip its guts out and shit. And so I was like, man, this is really weird. You know, I was like, man, this is, honey, you alright, type of thing. And she's just like, I don't really want lobster. So I took her to Good Company Seafood, which is top 3 seafood in Houston. Houston's one of the top food places in America. So it's a pricey, good seafood place. She loved it. That's not why I'm mentioning that it's pricey, but I'm just saying, we went there for lobster. They didn't even have a lobster. How are you a seafood place and you don't carry lobster? Is that normal? Am I out of the loop? Riddle me that, though. Because I just was like, oh, because it was hard to get her to go there in the first place. She was like, I don't want to eat, I don't want to, like, wait in line and, you know, sit at the for like 15 minutes so I can be seated. And so it was hard to get her to go there in the first place, but there was no wait. I got her these crab legs that were delicious, so she loved it. But I'm just saying, what kind of seafood place doesn't have lobster at all anywhere on the menu? Not even like lobster bisque. That's weird. That really alarmed me. So let me see. CC's Pizza is a good place to eat. Oh man. They have a buffet of a lot of different pizza you can just grab. Listen, I really appreciate you saying that. I like CC's Pizza. I don't have anything against CC's Pizza. It's good. With that said, if that's your favorite pizza, I really need you to try some pizza from some joints. Like, I mean, I know it might be hard. I don't know where you live. It's hard to find good pizza, okay? But CC's Pizza is pretty delicious, okay? It's got a different quality to it than other pizzas, though. You know what I mean? I just want you to try out some. Do yourself a favor and go to like a mom and pop Italian brick oven pizza place somewhere locally, and if you don't have it, make sure to remember to go to a place when you're in New Haven or New York or somewhere like that. New Jersey. I hear the Chicago pizzas are good, but they're deep dish, and that's It's good, it's just not the same as, like, I mean, they're good, but it's a pie, it's not a pizza. It's, like, different. That deep dish pizza. It is a pizza. I shouldn't say it's not. But yeah, CC's is good. It's not, I'd say it's like a 4 out of 10 though, compared, you know, like even, maybe even a 3.7 out of 10. And even if it's good, I mean, all pizza's good, dude. I haven't had a pizza that's been like really bad. CC's, what's good about it is you got that buffet and you can get those garlic sticks and all that. CC's is great. I would eat the shit out of some CC's, but I'm just saying, gotta try some new pizzas, new places. Don't go to Domino's or one of those places. Go to like even like a Pink's. Pink's is like a chain, but it's better. And try ordering just cheese pizza at one of those authentic type places, and you'll be mind blown. You'll be like, holy shit. I think one of my favorite foods ever, though, it's got to be ramen. Like, good ramen, you know? Even not good ramen. Maruchan ramen is good ramen still, I guess. But I'd still eat it a lot. I would eat it. It's still delicious. Why am I talking so much about food? I think I'm pretty hungry, man. Yeah, seafood's great. I love seafood. Sounds dope. No lobster would be disappointing if that's the reason you went rip. What's your opinion on Costco pizza? It's actually pretty good. But I mean, you know, it's... Are you talking about the pizza you buy at Costco or the pizza that Costco makes for you to take home and cook? Because both are pretty good. I mean, and I think they might actually be both the same type of pizza anyways. But... Again, it's not that, you know, fresh tossed dough. It's not that marinara with chopped tomatoes that have been just crushed in there with fresh ingredients like basil or whatever they want to put in there. And there's not a wood oven stove that they put with fresh mozzarella on top of the pizza, like little speckles of it. And it doesn't come with that crunch. Like, there's a lot of things you're missing out when you're just having like a CC's or a Costco or a Domino's pizza. Like, you gotta have a... They're good pizzas. Like I said, like, all pizza's good, in my opinion. I like basically every pizza and I'll eat it. But a really good pizza is like one of the best things ever. In places like New York and I guess New Haven have like super high standards on that sort of thing and a culture behind it, and so their pizzas are just like, there's an art involved in it, and they just taste better over there. I mean, you gotta try it. It's just like a Philly cheesesteak from Philly is the best Philly you can get. You can't get a better Philly than the Phillies in Philly. You can go to a fancy ass restaurant and ask them to make you a Philly cheesesteak and they won't be able to do it better than that fry cook who does it at Philly. In Philly. It's because there's a culture behind it, and there's an art behind it, and like there's a method behind cooking that's like passed down in that area. And those people don't move because they've got a lot of pride about where they're from. So the places like Houston just don't have good pizza. The best pizza you can get around here is a mellow mushroom. It's good pizza, but it's not, you know, it's good. It's the best pizza you can get here. Anyways, I think this shot might be done. Yeah. And I'll clean up like the mouth right here, and then I'll take a trip to Napoli's and get that pizza I've been dreaming about all day. It's hard to draw little subtle things like these lips. Like, there's so many little, like, look, the way I draw it, I can slightly change how I'm stroking, like how I'm putting my strokes down, and it'll just totally change the just the whole meaning of what that drawing is. Like, it's crazy how little a bump on a nose as I'm trying to draw the nose, or the bump on the lip will, it's crazy how much that'll change the quality of the drawing in the end. Like, I gotta be really careful with how I'm putting my strokes down, because if I don't, then I make it look really weird. Just like very little differences. And I think these are basically cleaned enough. I'm just adding, I'm closing some gaps and kind of getting rid of some overlaps. This one can be redrawn. It's just it's like what am I doing drawing. Okay. I'll write it to remind me it's okay to have some issues. Okay, cool. This whole file's done. It needs to be colored though, and backgrounds need to be added. So I'm done with this. Next thing I'm doing is I'll show you the next file real quick before I go. I'm saving it. This is the scary part. If it doesn't save here, I'm fucked. Fuck this file. Ugh. Alright, it's saved. Alright, let me go to Misery 3, which is the third part of the Misery animation. The Misery animation. I'm gonna get this pizza. I'll show you guys what I'm doing though. I want to get 3 shots done after the shot that I've already roughed. I didn't mean to save it there. Whoops. I put a dot and I saved it. Unacceptable. Okay, so this is the next part. Mentally. That's a topic that I got some history. I represent what you think, I keep it in, still got my dignity. Internally, I'm empty. I know you can't really tell it. If I want to do the things I want to do, that makes me selfish. What these people need to understand, my health comes first. When in hell on earth, June's riding with me as I write this verse. I could rush into the wall or I could fight this curse. I could ignore to lose in battle. You can't tell me shit. You can know what's best for me unless you've been through it. And then there's music. So, but I got part of the roughs done, and so I need to do the mouth, maybe a down frame. Okay, let me see. Mentally, that's a topic that I got some history. I'm scared of what to think. I'll keep it in. Still got my dignity internally. I'm empty. I know you can't really tell it. If I want to do the things I want to do, that makes me selfish. If blah, 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 blah. All right. All right. I'm gonna get some pizza. Okay. Be right back. Thanks for coming. Bye bye.